Hi friends, this is Chris with Josephine's Designs. I'm back today with a haul from Target. Today I went into Target to pick up things like, laundry detergent, bleach, paper towels, all the boring stuff, Ziploc bags. And I came out with a whole bunch of stuff that were just fantastic buys. And I ended up getting like $15 back in Target red cards, and I know we're in the process of applying for a Target red card, like I guess their debit card. I don't know exactly how that works. But anyways, so I don't know why we got that much money back, but we did. And there was nothing that I bought that was super expensive that would justify that much money back. So anyways, just kind of one of those blessings where you just kind of turn around and go, wow, really? So anyways, but I wanted to share what I found. And the first thing I found, and I wanted to tell you guys about it. So there were literally these 3 essential oils on the rack, on the dollar spot rack, and it was lavender and then 2 sandalwoods. And I shared before that I had picked up a couple of sandalwoods, and what I think I'm going to do is give one to my oldest daughter, one to my youngest daughter for in their Easter baskets, because our youngest daughter was born in China and the other one remembers China a great deal. And I'm not sure, I've got another sandalwood I might give our son, but I'm not really his son and daughter-in-law. I'm not sure yet. But I use lavender like there's no tomorrow. I use it in my diffusers. I use it in my cleaning products. I use it everywhere. So the other thing I picked up was my different color bottles that I get from the like the travel sample area at Target. So I wanted to explain, these are going to be for my new craft studio, and there's more coming. We've got to pray for no rain, and there's all kinds of exciting things that'll be coming, and we have to pray for no rain here for like the next couple of weeks, because we have only a short window of time that we are able to work on the craft studio. And the reason why is we're getting ready to go into tax season. And though we don't have that many clients, the ones that we have, several of them are rather difficult returns. And then we have some that have to finish up the estate this month. And anyways, it's just a lot of, what's the word? Pressure. And my husband took a week off of work, so we could work on this. So anyways, and we have to do a lot of stuff for his work as well. So I wanted to share. So I got the essential oils. So I use lavender tea tree oil, half vinegar, half water, cleaning solution. I have used this for years. There are some people who smell it and go, oh, that smells so good, because they can smell the vinegar. But they smell the lavender. I smell the vinegar. Then there are those that absolutely hate the smell, and I totally get it. But our oldest daughter has been very, very sick this year, and her fiance with pneumonia. And they seem to have turned a corner yesterday, Lord willing, but we had a new cold front come in last night. I haven't talked to him yet today. I'm going to call him tonight. That I finally called her and I said, hey, honey, are you using the cleaning solution we use? And I knew she had kind of switched over just to things that smelled good and stuff like Method. That's all great. And she said, that's a good point. Because years ago with my immune system, we recognized the year that I just kept getting the flu and then the flu again. And every time I would go, from a cold to bronchitis to pneumonia to the flu to shingles. And that was the progression. And I see a specialist, and he knew he knew how it worked. So it's always a big deal when somebody has the sniffles around me, because it can progress so fast. And then I'm out of whack for like a month. And of course, this month I can't afford to be out a day. And with all the stuff we have to get finished on the estate. But, so she said, no, but that's a good point. And I called her and she said, yeah, we're going to clean the whole house and clean her place and clean everything with this solution. And I said, I'm not trying to be mean or anything. And she goes, no, good point. Because she pointed out years ago, when we weren't using the homemade solution is when I kept getting so sick. I know. So, anyway, so I use the green one for my vinegar, water, essential oils, lavender and tea tree. And this one and the pink one, because it smells better, when we have people coming over, I will use the Thieves from Young Living and water with a little bit of extra essential oil. It's usually just lavender. It's something that you really can't smell. And every now and then I'll put a few drops of tea tree in it. But, so I use both. And it really just depends, if anybody's going to be around. If it's just my family, they're used to the vinegar. They know this. They know. They know. But the other thing, I buy this one and I do a bleach half and half. So I do this in my bathrooms and I do this in my kitchen. The reason I do it in my kitchen is I only do it on the white porcelain sink. And that's the same thing in my bathrooms. I do it on the porcelain sinks. That's it. I don't use vinegar on the tubs. I just don't use it on. I do use it on the chrome in the shower because the vinegar will eat up like the spigot and the handles and all that. So, and we just replaced all that at Christmas. And then lastly, for my craft studio, I got blue, and this one's just going to be plain old water. I'm going to put water in this one. It says we always need water, and I probably won't have water close to my craft studio immediately, but in time, hopefully I will. So, I got these. Are these the best deals? I don't think so, but the one thing I know is that they work. I have bought so many that do not work, and the great thing about Target is if it doesn't work, you can take it back, and, you don't even have to have your credit card. I mean, your receipt. You just have to have your card. So, alright, so that's the first bit of things I bought. And then, woo! There we go. Got knocked down like bowling pins. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm sorry, that was kind of funny. It just went all down. Alright, the other thing I found, whoops, sorry guys, were these charming bowls. And I love these. These were on clearance, and I thought, I've got my little 2 bowls here that are from the camping store with the vintage campers. I thought these kind of matched. Though my craft studio is green and pink primarily with a little bit of blue, I thought these are fine. I really like having big bowls to put things in. It just works for me organizationally. I know that for some people, they don't like that. They want everything square. And to some degree, I totally understand that. But once I get in my craft studio, this that's all over this table will not exist on my craft table. It will just be put up, and I will be able to go and pull from the drawer and work. And so things like this are what I would go and pick up when I'm going to work on and put them, and take them to the table. So anyways, for the cost, I thought these were really nice, heavy melamine, and they were very inexpensive. This was less than $2, and it just looks really pretty. I mean, this is the kind of bowl I would put yarn in, like you see the yarn where it has the hole, and you can just pull it through. When they're deep enough and they're melamine, they're slick enough, you can put your yarn in and it'll just unroll. It won't pull out. So, anyways, I thought these were great. Alrighty. Now, let me see if I can move a few things without knocking the bowling pins over. Alrighty. Let me see here. Okay. Kind of, sort of. Okay, here we go. Alrighty. Now, let me hang these off. There we go. Okay. I just want to make sure I wasn't going to dump everything. So, one of the other things I picked up was this. This was on clearance. This was on the clearance rack. I had gone into Erin Condren. I saw the Traveler's Notebook with 2 or 3 of these smaller mini journals. And I looked at them, and there were ones for like travel and wellness and all those things. And I think I shared in a previous video. I don't know if it's been posted yet, but I really want to keep like a wellness journal. And so this one is set up. I started it when I got home. So this one is set up where you have the month, and you pick your month and you circle your date. That's great. And so what I'm going to do is list my wellness. I'm going to list my arthritis, my knees, the things that I need to pay attention to, because as time goes on, I'm eventually going to have to address the knee issue, and it's going to require surgery. And so when I go into doctors, I'm always like, yeah, kind of, how many days? I don't know, that kind of a thing. So this will help me be able to answer that. And for me, see the things I'm changing right now in my diet, if they're really helping. And that's a big deal. I mean, if I'm going to work so hard and do all these other things, I want to make sure that it is beneficial to the endeavor, you know, to what I'm investing, to what I'm taking the time to do, time-wise, money-wise, etc. So, and then the other thing is, I just want a food journal. I know that I do better if I have to write it down. It's just an accountability for me. Nobody else will see it. It's just for me. Am I going to write my weight in here? Oh, absolutely not. I'm a secret girl. I do not want that in my thing, in my food journal. So, but I thought this was really good, and you know, I might put a tab in here and do a couple other things in it, but right now I think that's my focus, and that's what I feel really good with. And the finish on this, of course, is rose gold. It's light pink. It is like butter. It is so soft. And it was on clearance, so the quality of the paper is very nice. It's a nice size, and it kind of fits along with my regular, some of my planners and in my faith planner as well. So I thought that was a good deal. Cambridge on the clearance aisle at Target. So now, and that's cheaper than $65 plus shipping, because that would be the cover and the 4 journals, because it's 4 for 10. I mean, 4, if you buy 4, you get them at $10 a piece instead of $12 a piece. So, and you know me, it'd be a sale. I'm going to go for the sale. So, when I saw that, I thought, oh, thank you, Lord, because I had looked and looked and looked and looked at Erin Condren, and I just decided, I just don't want to spend the money. So, there we go. Now, I went in there, and I always hit the sale section, but I mentioned that I had picked up some Dollar Tree cards. Well, I found these. There were 50 of these. They were normally $10 or $9.99. I got them for $4.98. So they were a little bit, you know, roughly 50% off. They have the envelopes, the cards, the whole bit. It looks like the envelopes may be pink, I think. I don't know. But anyways, long story short, these are by Mara Me. And they're very nice quality, so I picked these up. I can even like put something over the front and it just be for, you know, for anything else. The inside is blank, and so, I mean, these are just really nice cards. I was going to see if I could open it real quick, but no, this is going to require some surgery. But, anyways, 50% off. I also found this on the end aisle. These are adhesive dots. They're by Scotch. Is it the best brand? I don't know. I've never used these. They're photo safe. They were $3.99 for $2.78. They're not quite 50% off, but it's worth giving it a try. There were also these gorgeous lattice or, you know, lattice cut cards. I think these are absolutely beautiful. They're by Mara Me. There's 10 cards, 10 envelopes. These were a bit more expensive. They were $5.99, and they sold them for $4.18. Is that the best deal in town? No, but they are gorgeous, and I think they're really beautiful. So I picked up 2 of those. That's all they had. So that's my first part. Let me keep going. I also found a couple of other things that were on sale. So I picked up one of these cute little 3-ring binders. It was regularly $3.99 for $1.98. So it was about half price. It's a green room 1-inch binder. It has a nice little pocket. Nice quality, was in great condition. And, you know, I'm just setting up systems right now. So I thought this was great. I'm going to use this in a project. And when I do, I'll come back, I think, and share it with y'all. But if not, it'll just be something, just a little personal project for myself. So kind of along the line of that Cambridge notebook. The other thing I saw were the Art and Edge Thick and Thin Markers by Crayola. They were $6.99 for $4.88. I thought that was $9.99. Oh, well. That's okay. I mean, I was thinking that was pretty high. But, okay. $4.88, that's totally worth it. And just to show you, because I'm going to keep these. I haven't even peeked in here. These markers, hold on. Boy, there we go. This is that. And I have a whole Crayola calligraphy that I can use with these. So come this next summer, I'm going to be doing some things that I would enjoy and that I would like to learn myself. So, alright, now I'm going to bring this next setup together. Hold on. So they had 2 different sets of file folders. And these have 3 different, you know, color schemes. One is kind of pinkish, one is kind of bluish, and one is kind of purplish-ish. So I think these are really pretty. I've seen these many times before. They're just clearancing them out. They were $5.99 for $4.18. Super good deal. But 12 for $4.18, I would totally do that. And it's a little over, I think, 33 cents each. Is that right? I'm probably wrong, but, you know. Yeah, I think that's about right. So, anyways, and I also found these on the end aisle clearance. These are $4 for two, and they kind of have that, you know, metallic kind of look. They did have some of the fading tie-dye type that I think that would have looked better with. But what I use with these file folders, I make travel junk journals, you know, travelers style junk journals with these, and these are so much fun. They're so easy. So I'll be coming back and making some with this. I have some gorgeous paper that will go beautifully with this, and I picked these up specifically to go with these. Now there's only 10 of these and there's 36 of these. Clearly I don't have enough, and they didn't have any more for sale. So, I mean, I'll make it work. I've got other ones I can use. These medium binder clips are cute, and I've got others in my stash, so I will add to that. See, I could hear you thinking, well, how's she going to do that? Now, lastly, in this stack, I picked up 2 of these. So, here's more of that. This is the fading one I was talking about they had in file folders. So, I didn't pick up the file folders, but I picked up the organizer. It was regularly $6.28, or was $8.99 for $6.28. And the same thing, $8.99 for $6.28. So, right now I have got so much I have to get ready for tax season. I needed some, you know, in-hand organizational things. I love these. They work beautifully. And I may use one in my, my Etsy business. I'm not sure yet. But I thought these are the only 2. They're going to be gone soon. I'm just going to grab them. So, anyways, those are always super great. I love when people bring their information to me in these kind of expandable notebooks or expandable binders, and then they label them, and it is easy peasy lemon squeezy. So, lastly, I picked up some of the handmade modern washi tape, and it was $9.99 for $4.98. And I picked up a second one. Same thing, $9.99 for $4.98. And the reason I went ahead and did it is I love the extra wide washi. It is so pretty in, you know, different projects. So these I feel like would go with the binders that I'm going to be doing. And some of these colors might as well. These 2, not so much this one, but I think these 2 would. They would, you know, I could find a way to work those in. And then I also picked up, they had gemstones. And these were $4.99 for $3.48. Well, you get, hold on, how many do you get? We get 5 ounces. I don't know how many are in there, but it's a lot. And yeah, they're really pretty. They're just clear gemstones, and I enjoy using those. And I picked up 2 because I thought, well, for $3.48, I couldn't even beat that at the craft store. So that was really a good deal. Not in that it was that much off. It's just in that it's already a good deal and there's a large amount. And then lastly, they had some of the Scotch 3M spray adhesive. It was $6.99 for $4.88. So, like I said, everything was on sale. Everything was discounted. I would not... Matter of fact, my husband texted me immediately like, what'd you get at Target? You know, and I told him because we had to get all that heavy-duty stuff for the house. I picked up a few things here. It was not that expensive, and then we got $15 back. You know, it was just a long list of like, wow, because I called him, and he was like, wow, you did good, you know, because our bank sends notices if we spend over X amount, it sends us a notice, so, and that's just for each other. But, anyways, so when you go to Target, I don't always go to Target looking for craft supplies, and I don't necessarily look in the craft section, except for I do like Scotch washi. I do. And, but now my Walmart carries it, so I don't even have to go to, you know, to Target anymore. And if you have that red Target card, I think you get 5% off. And, you know, just on and on and on. So there were a lot of really good specials there today. You know the area you have to go down to find them, so you kind of go down the end cap on the, not in the, on the inside of each aisle, not on the outside. So, anyways, and some areas have better buys than other areas. That's just the way Target works. So, I hope that helped today. Come back. We'll be making some junk journals in the next few weeks in these envelopes. And I should actually say it'll probably be April. I'll be working on these. I've just got a lot going on this month. Pardon me. Trying not to get a sore throat, and I think I am. But I think that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate your support. And most importantly, I just want to say thank you guys. You guys are just an amazing group. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. We'd love to have you with us, and hit that notification bell. I try to get up a video a day. There are going to be more and more and more craft with me's. Of course, I'll still keep my planning videos, and I'll still keep my devotional throughout the year and finish out the year with that. My weekly devotional. And then after that, it's going to be a lot of, there'll be some craft hauls, of course, Tuesday morning. And so even though this was a Target haul, it was kind of a crafty haul, because you could even use those essential oils for something. But anyways, essentially this was my craft portion of it. But I wanted to just share with y'all, there are good buys. And even if you buy the cards in the dollar spot, you can alter those and make the most charming cards to give to people. And they look homemade. I mean, in a sense, they are kind of homemade. You're adding to it. So, always check the sale aisles and see if it's something that you really need. Don't buy it just to buy it. Buy it because you need it. That's what I got to say there, too. So, all right. Like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, send me an email if you have anything you want to talk about. josephinesdesigns.com@gmail.com. It's listed below and in the About section. Most importantly, I pray your day is blessed, creative, and lovely. Thank you so much for stopping by. I look so forward to talking to y'all soon. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.